All right, Matt, what are we doing today?
Today we are having a group meeting with the 5 of us. We wanted to go over and talk about some things on what we can do better to hopefully secure some more wins in the Pro League. After losing to LG last map, we all took the day off yesterday. I think it was much needed. Everyone just kind of needed to do their own thing and just get back on track mentally. And today after this team talk, hopefully we're able to get some really good practice in and get some more practice as the 2Ks tomorrow.
How you feeling?
I'm alright. How you feeling?
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
It's cold. Just a little bit.
What does it mean if you don't make playoffs for national circuit?
It means you suck.
Well, I mean, you can still go to relegation without making playoffs, right?
It means you suck.
Right.
Get the camera off me, man. I don't feel comfortable.
Why?
Why is this suction to me, man? Get off of my body. Dude, this is like one of those little Chinese Asian traps that you can trap your fingers.
The finger traps?
Yes. That's.
You don't have that.
Look at that. What is this? It's just skin tight. Oh shit.
She's putting me on.
You good, Preston?
I'm good, yeah. Oh my god.
Like, it comes down to, I was talking to Burns about it last night, like, you have to think about every single time you're on the map and we're practicing or whatever we're doing, every time you die by somebody somewhere, you need to take that shit into account and, like, think about what you need to do to succeed in that situation next time. So my main point is just, like, every time you guys die from now on, like in a scrim and whatever it is, like, I was telling Justin last night, like, think about it, the give or take 100 lives per team in hardpoint. So, like, every time you die, that's like 1% of the game that you're fucking up. Like, if you die, that's like 1%. So you gotta do times 2%. Like, so that shit starts to add up. And it's like when we die, like today, especially in scrims, every time we die, we need to think of like how we died, how we could have survived, if we could have coordinated nades better, if we could have like told me to look over you, if you could have took a different route. Like, we need to make sure we're just like thinking about the game super critically in that aspect. Like, every single death we have, like how, if you lose a gunfight, you lose a gunfight. Like, that's irrelevant. But if you're dying because somebody's pre-aiming you, or somebody's in a power position, or your route, like your challenge is over challenging, like however you're doing it, if it's anything other than a gunfight that you're just losing, then it needs to be fixed and addressed and figured out how we could do it better. Like,
one more thing that I want to say too, like, this team has to get to a point where you guys realize that it's a business and we have to be able to give each other criticism in the most like brutally blunt way possible to fix mistakes without people getting pissed.
Also, I think, like, I don't know what really happened, but whatever this confidence issue that I honestly think it's something between you two, like me and Jason, like, I know the way we talk to each other and the way that we see our team, like, we have full confidence in it, but I don't know where it came from. I felt like ever since the beginning of this league, like, none of us just had that confidence that we were good enough to win, like good enough to be competing. It's like every map we should lose and every map we win, it's like a surprise almost. It's like, I don't know where that really came from. Like, we're still like a top 6 team, like 1 round away from being top 3 in both tournaments. Like, we gotta make sure that, like, I mean, regardless of what happens, we can just give up and just fucking bomb out of this tournament, Atlanta and Birmingham, and like nobody's gonna have any fun and make no money. Or we could just step the fuck up, act like we're fucking professionals and fucking have that killer instinct to just like win. Like, if we win all these tournaments, we win $90,000 each. Like, that's almost like winning champs, dude. Like,
The past is fucking irrelevant, and we can finally make steps to being like consistent and getting like really good data on like what maps we're actually good at and what maps we aren't. Because like, as you can see, like New Orleans, we fucking sucked at London Docks. Now we suck at Ardennes Forest, and it's just like, I think finally, like, starting like right now, like in these scrims moving forward, we can really see like make progress on like what we need to do to get better at these maps.
the identity is the team. Yeah. Like, Burns mentioned this last night to me, and I kind of agree with him. It's like, we struggle to find like our team identity, like if we're a really aggressive team, if we're a really slow-paced team, if we're a really like explosive team, a streaky team, like what kind of identity we want as a team. And we have the talent there, and like the teamwork when like you see us play London Dogs versus LG and you hear the communication, it's just how we're working with each other. Like you know the teamwork is there if we want it to be and if we're like working together actually. And so, I mean, I feel like, you know, we're probably in a lot better spot than most people give us credit for, and like a lot of people like doubt us and we're like now the underdogs and everyone's like bitching and whining, or like all our fans are like whining and
It's
shit.
all based
So-
off of one series.
Yeah, and it's like, man, just like drown out the noise. Like we got to make sure we drown out everything else and just play COD and do our fucking best. Like all this bullshit of people talking shit and whatever, like it doesn't matter. And like in the end, you know, we got to play these 3 tournaments together, so we might as well fucking surprise everybody and win one of them or win 2 of them or win all fucking 3 of them. It's like if we do that, then like everybody's gonna be mind blown, dude. Like everybody will be like, what the fuck? Like if we win season 1 or if we win Atlanta, like people will be like, how the fuck did they do that? It's like we might as well like give it our best fucking
Just
shot.
resilience.
Yeah.
But like these are like 3 things that
Jeez.
I want each person to
Nate
work.
plays. I stick my teammate one time.
All right.
Alright, let's go, Brian.
All right. So Justin, your nades are literally ass.
Literally, yes.
I'm not kidding. Like half of every nade you throw either connects on the wall
Winning
or
the
a door
easy
or a
fights.
teammate.
Bro, so
Oh,
I've noticed that too. Well, don't you guys already run
Like when we
frag?
have
I have a
control
stun
of
on a lot of the
No, that's run
time.
frag.
Most of the time I have a stun on nowadays, but with the whole easy gunfight thing, I think I'm chilling. I have this free win. I'm like, oh
Wait,
shit, I
wait.
missed a shot or
Are we
something.
gonna talk about how you stuck me boxes? I wasn't even challenging
Yeah, I know.
anybody.
Yeah, no,
I was sitting in the corner box. He's like,
what?
he's like, he stuck me. He's like, I stuck you. I was like,
Bro,
like,
on the back end of the car,
yeah, I was sitting in the corner
Was he
waiting
trying to throw it through?
I don't know what he was doing, dude.
on the rotation,
And then I almost killed
Arden's
myself
bunker.
with it too.
I think he was trying to do a strat where he throws it at you. You're supposed to.
Dude, he
run at
threw
it.
it at me.
No,
Kamikaze?
no, on Arden's forest, bro, bunker. I was in New Hill on bunker. It was the 2nd and 3rd hill. This guy naded the back of the fucking hill when we had control, bro. And he killed me. I was like, what are you doing, man?
And then Alec, for Arden's Forest especially, you need to trust your subs more.
You're right.
Because you're changing, like, when I watch like other ARs play on that map, they just watch a lane and they don't look at anything else.
But you, like, I agree with you, but
Yeah.
these last weeks of scrims, the last couple of weeks, I would hold a lane and just randomly get shot on the side, and I'll just go,
I get
"Ugh,"
that.
like, fuck, like, I wouldn't bitch at anyone, that's another problem, like, I
know,
sit there and
I
try
know.
to trust my
Yeah,
teammates,
yeah.
and I'll just die on the side, just out of nowhere.
Justin, you can work on this the best, I think, out of anybody, since like you've been running a sub with him the most. Like if you notice Preston is having a bad start, like try to like work with him more. Maybe bait for him, tell him to take a longer
Justin's been
point.
doing like good, like telling me that like I'm waiting for you to come
Yeah,
pitch
yeah.
runs with me. Like he's
Yeah.
been doing good with me. For everyone else, like it's really just me that he talks to, small talks and says he's waiting, but like he can work on it with other people. But like with me, he's been good, doing actually really good.